I'm going to kick it off with, at one point in the series, Martin Scorsese makes a comment about keep the director out of the editing room. So I would love to know, what was the creative feedback process like with him?
Well, luckily he made the decision to not see it until it was done, which was because I think if he had been involved early on, there would be no end to it, because he's our great filmmaker. So of course but he did read a transcript of the entire thing about 3/4 of the way through and gave us notes, which was really helpful. But he gave me a lot of freedom to make this the way I felt I should. He knew my work well, and decided to trust me, and I'm so lucky.
Amazing. What was the most surprising and exciting gem from his archives that you stumbled upon?
There were many, many ones. The first thing that comes to mind is that he talks about a turning point in his life and how he looked at life when a friend of his died when he was 19 years old. And we stumbled on the footage of his friend in the group of friends in the 1950s, Louis Fraser, and who had lost an arm, like he had already had an arm amputated. And it was just amazing to me to find that footage. It just felt like solid gold to me, because it was the moment that Marty talks about really taking life seriously, realizing that life can end. And I think feeling like I got to make something of my life.
Yeah, and then the NYU decision. I didn't realize he met Thelma so early on. Like, I thought they met. I was so surprised. I was like, oh my God, they've known each other forever. It's
Forever,
amazing.
right? I know. Yeah.
Okay, what did you learn from working on this project that you'll apply for going forward to your own work as a director? Because obviously you're well established and you've had your own creative things, but you get to work with Marty this closely.
I know. I don't know yet exactly, because I haven't made a film yet since working with him. But but one of the things that strikes me is on the one hand, this immense preparation, where he often draws things. He's very, has the ideas for sequences. But on the other hand, this immense freedom he gives to his actors and the immense kind of trust. And a part of that, you do need time and so on for that. But I really, and his honesty, his tremendous self-honesty. I've never met anyone who's as honest to himself about himself. That has really stayed with me, So I'm not exactly sure how it's going to affect my work, but there's something about having made such an immense piece of work, I think, that makes you think, okay, I need scope now, because this thing is huge.
Obviously, you got to spend a lot of time going over his body of work, and not to say favorite, but what do you now consider his most underrated film?
Well, I guess Age of Innocence comes to mind. Not that I
Okay.
think now it's less underrated, but at the time, it really wasn't embraced as a masterpiece. And I think it's really a perfect film. That one comes to mind. Yeah.
There's no wrong choice, I feel like, but they're all
Yeah.
spectacular.
Because the truth is that a lot of his films didn't get critically embraced at the time and then became, are now recognized as masterpieces. It did happen.
Yeah, it was really interesting to see the lens, like, as somebody in the modern times, and getting to see how they were reacted to at the time.
Yeah.
That is my time. Thank you so much. Congrats on the series.
Thank you so much.